and get a little bit of a conference there. They're discussing it. I don't know if that was a late hit or maybe they thought it was a late hit by the way that the runner went down, and have another look at it. But it looks like now they're pointing back in the area where the return was. So maybe it might be a block in the back. We'll see here.
There are 2 fouls on the return team. Holding, number 44. That penalty is declined. Illegal block in the back. Number 44. That penalty is accepted. The 10-yard penalty forced in the run. First down.
So both against Boise State, backs that return up 10 yards. Spencer Danielson's team has scored 4 touchdowns on their first 6 drives today, taking a 27-7 lead, and with 4:47 to go before halftime, a chance to extend this 20-point lead. With Dylan Riley in the backfield for the first time today for Boise State, the 3rd running back the Broncos have used.
All kinds of space down there.
Madsen down the seam, and it is incomplete. There was a flag thrown back at the line of scrimmage.
Holding. Offense, number 65. 10-yard penalty. Makes first down.
It's Hall Schmidt who gets called for the holding. He had a great pancake block on that last touchdown run by Maddox Madsen in the last drive.
And Hall Schmidt, that he's rotates at that right tackle spot with Matoyer. Just costly type penalties, especially the situations at the end of the half. We talk about the effect of holding penalties on drives.
1st and 20, spits it out. This is Dylan Riley, the running back. Give him 4 yards, brings up 2nd and long for the Broncos. Riley and Gaines were here last year, and the offensive coordinator, Nate Potter, was telling us yesterday just how much they soaked up from Ashton Genty. They wanted to learn from him, and they took in everything that he was willing to teach them. 2nd and 16. They give to Riley his first carry of the game after that catch. He's got 5 yards, and it's 3rd and 11 now.
Yeah, and to that point, I mean, running back rooms, you know, wide receiver rooms, I guess the further you get away from the ball, they tend to be a little bit more diva-ish. I'll just say that. I'm not just trying to say that to defend former running or being a former running back. Running back rooms are generally pretty tight, and we do, as much as we compete, we celebrate the success of the others and very open to passing on that knowledge.
Flag at the beginning of the play, down the same way catch. Ben Ford lunging out to make a spectacular grab. A 30-yard pickup to the redshirt senior Ben Ford.
Number 82 and 5 of the offense were in motion at the time of the snap. That's a foul for illegal shift.
Back it up.
5-yard penalty from the previous foul. Makes 3rd down.
Erases what was a phenomenal catch by Ben Ford. He's looking up at the big screen here. He wants to get an explanation for that.
Yeah, you can't be in motion at the same time. And if you have 2 players moving, then you have to come to a full stop. You got the motion right here. Wait a second. What did we see? We need an explanation. This is something where review has to come in. Like, wait a minute. What players? I don't get this. I don't get this at all. Offsetting penalties, gotcha.
Oh, it was offsides as well. Okay.
Replay the down.
So 3rd and 11 still. Madsen snaps it over the middle. Pass is incomplete. That is great one-on-one coverage by Jalen Jenkins. Mike Pereira's with us now. We want to bring him in to get a little bit of a better explanation on that last play. What do you got, Mike?
Well, I thought that they had called offside, but then they didn't mention it at first. But yes, it was an illegal shift because the receiver at the bottom of the screen, watch, he's not going to be upset when the receiver on top now goes in motion. So you can see there that now they both have to set, and that's why the illegal shift call was made.
Thank you, Mike. Yeah, that's a tough way to negate what would have been a 30-yard pickup and a first down into Eastern Washington territory. Instead, one play later, the punt unit's out. Oscar Doyle, the punt, fair catch. And Noah Cronquist lets it bounce, and it is picked up inside to back up Eastern Washington.
Right, like, so one of them's going to plan something. Like, I'm going to throw something. I'm going to break something. Like, I got to let them know that we got to stay in the game. And that penalty, it's almost a blessing in disguise if you're the Boise State coaching staff, because Eastern Washington's going to have another opportunity to score. You weren't able to extend that lead. You still have an opportunity here, but that's one of those things. If it doesn't go perfectly, then you got plenty to still yell about at halftime.
Drive starts at the 4. Taylor holds on to it, and he is spun down after a pickup of just 1 by Amarion McCoy.
Looks like he had an opportunity to take this thing up a little bit tighter, and keeps that angle to the outside. When you get those pullers, you know, as a runner, what you're taught is to hug double teams and to follow those pullers. And if you get too far separated from the edge, basically the last block, you want to get vertical as soon as you can.
Keeps it this time to the left side, and there is nothing going again. Maybe a yard for a second consecutive carry, but it brings up 3rd and 8 for Eastern Washington.
Yeah, what you see from this Boise State defensive line is these guys are just fighting through blocks. I mean, Madry, big number 99 on that defensive front. Just don't stay blocked. Got to be aggressive. Defeat the block, show color to those ball carriers, make them cut that thing back, and have somebody there in that gap behind them. Tremendous job by the defense, and a great opportunity here for the Boise State defense. Get a stop, get their ball back, get the ball back to their offense with great field position.
2-minute timeout. All Boise State in the home opener tonight, up by 20 just before halftime.
If Jerry knew football the way Tom Brady knows football, he would in no way be able to handle it. Tom Brady knowledge is 10 pounds of football in a 5-pound bag of Jerry.
Come on, Ryan. You got to look off the safety before you...
When the safety rotates down, just rip the seam.
Nobody knows football.
Come on, we can do better.
Like Tom Brady.
It's not that hard.
With NFL Sunday Ticket and YouTube TV, Jason Kelsey can watch every game every Sunday, all in one place. But how much NFL in one place can he handle?
Yes! Whoa!
What have we done? NFL Sunday Ticket and YouTube TV. Every game, every Sunday, new users pay less.
What is this thing?
We're gonna find out.
What are you doing?
We're good.
Now bacon, now bacon. Not falling for that again. Squirrel? No time. It's meaty. It's tasty. It's bacon. Nom 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 nom. I love you. I love bacon. I love you. I love bacon.
It's a good thing Discover makes it easy to be a Big Ten fan.
Totally. I get cash back on cap.
Cash back on my favorite glove.
Cash back on my lucky shamrock.
I even earn cash back on my lucky bobblehead.
You win. Next round's on me.
Earn cash back on every purchase with Discover.
After the Colonel made his hot and spicy wings, he needed the perfect pairing. So he invented the potato. No need to look that up. It's true. The Colonel lived so we could chicken. Backed by obsessive demand, KFC wings and wedges.
A sold-out crowd of roughly 33,000 getting a treat here in the first half. The home opener for Boise State up by 20 on Eastern Washington. And a 3rd and 8 with the Eagles backed up at the 6. Final 2 minutes before halftime. Multiple flags. Taylor tries to get rid of it as it's thrown. Marco Notriani had the hit applied on Jared Taylor.
Oh, is this going to be a holding with the quarterback in the end zone?
Ruling on Fields' incomplete pass. Holding. Offense, number 67. That penalty decline. 4th down.
And the hold's going to be right there. You can see him grabbing that, just pulling them down. Not sure why you declined that one. I think that would be a safety.
Well, regardless, punt unit out. 4th time today, Landon Ogles has had to punt. It's a short one, and Boise State will take over in Eastern Washington territory with 1:49 to go. There is a penalty marker, though. We'll check in on that.
Full-on laundry day today.
Yeah, no kidding. This feels more like week 1 than last week did.
Running into the kicker. Defense.
Oh,
5-yard penalty.
it's only 5.
Remains 4th down.
Yeah, stays 4th down.
Running into and not roughing, the difference. So you hit the kicking leg normally. You hit that plant leg is when you get that roughing the kicker. It's like Premier League soccer or the NBA. Some flops. And you know so many of those kickers are former soccer players. Right. They learn that well.
Landon Ogles will be happy to redo the punt after it went just 34 yards.
Yeah, got all kinds of space this time. No excuses.
Ogles to punt it away. Malik Sherrod back to return it. Still on this side of midfield. Calls for a fair catch. Around the 48, and with 1:43 to go, Boise State has a chance to extend this 20-point lead before halftime with all 3 timeouts remaining. First half that Spencer Danielson's team has racked up 310 total yards. 162 of them have come on the ground. They have imposed their will all night. Play action. Matson whistles a pass. It's caught by Chris Marshall, and he's taken down on a shoestring tackle by Bryce Smith at the 11.
You're just going to get a little token fake. from Madsen in the pocket right here. You can see that his receiver is going to break wide open. Chris Marshall, nice job separating. Nice accurate throw. Field of vision. You hit him in stride like that, and he's able to catch and run.
There's a handoff. Malik Sherrod stays up somehow, trying to reverse field, and might have made it a little worse for himself, all the way back to the 17 for a loss of 6. And Tylen Jackson down on the turf for Eastern Washington. You know, Robert, to play before that, the 37-yard catch for Chris Marshall. He's got 2 catches today, one for 29 yards, one for 37. And Spencer Danielson was telling us yesterday that they think Chris Marshall has all the talent in the world, and they're really excited about him. But last week, just 2 catches for 19 yards. He said, we need more from him, and you're seeing flashes of that tonight.
Yeah, and again, Nate Potter, he talked about the way that they prepared for that game a week ago. And this is what happens when you don't have a preseason and you've got so many possibilities of what you could see from a defense. You come up with a game plan that kind of accounts for those things. And he felt that they just kind of overthought it. They were really not playing the way that they wanted to play. And so when you keep it in that order, you say that we're going to be run first, play action second, and we're going to be drop back pass third, and stay closer to who you are fundamentally. Players like Chris Marshall are going to be able to eat in the course of normal action a lot more.
And they have stayed true to that tonight. It's been a lot of run and play action for Boise State in the first half. Fake to Gaines. Madsen, end zone, lunging try is incomplete. It was Ben Ford in the end zone, but couldn't quite connect.
Well, Ford's going to have an opportunity. You're going to see him coming from the slot right here, and Madsen really puts that thing in a perfect spot. Ford just not able to haul that thing in. Madsen, they talk about him, liking a little bit of adversity, and he's got a little bit of that cowboy in him too, a little bit of that slinger. He kind of has the stature and the movements of a Baker Mayfield, and he takes some of those chances too.
Incomplete. Was looking for Latrell Caples, and it brings up 4th and 16.
Boy, nobody on that defensive front was fooled that time. Jaden Radke was going to make him pay. Latrell caught that thing. That's a headache coming from a defensive lineman when you're catching one of those little screens like that.
This is the freshman Moore to kick. The Boomer had missed one from 46 earlier today. This one from 35 is through.
So they got a kicker named Boomer and a kicker named Cannon.
Yeah.
Come on.
More. How about that?
That's not.
That's the requirement,
They
I
made
think,
this
to
up.
kick here.
Well, good to get the points. Certainly would have liked to add 7, but really a great job by the defense responding, slowing down that Eastern Washington offense on that last drive and giving their offense another opportunity to get some points on the board. And a lot of smiling faces there on the sideline. Again, coaches, they'll find something, right?
Always.
You have to. I mean, that's a coach's job, because the most important play is always the next one. The game isn't over until it is over.
Boise State opened the game with the first 20. They've now scored the last 10, taking a 30-7 lead. 50 seconds to go before halftime. Boomer boots it away. Noah Cronquist lets it fly over his head and through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Well, you got all 3 timeouts, 50 seconds. Certainly have an opportunity to get something done. You've got a quarterback whose legs are a factor. For that long carry on that very first play from scrimmage, almost a touchdown.
Any kind of points would be a positive here for Eastern Washington. They also received the kick to open the second half, so a chance to double up. Taylor facing heat on the backside, scrambles out of it, pumps once, now throws to the sideline, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for his redshirt freshman, Jackson Branch.
And a nice job by Eric Chenander's defensive coordinator Eric Chenander, able to get home, get Jared Taylor flushed out of the pocket, because if he has a chance to set his feet on that last play, I think he's going to have some opportunities downfield. And again, we talk about the front and the back end of the defense being married. The less time that quarterback has to throw, the easier it is to cover.
Taylor fires on the run, pass is caught near the line of scrimmage, and there's nowhere to go for Noah Cronquist.
This looks like Boise State football.
Yeah.
This is, I say that without exaggeration, of course. You know, it's not just about Boise State, the Boise State players and the Boise State fans and alumni and former players. Like, everybody around the country just has a different level of expectations. And I believe that's the way that the program wants it. It just looks a certain way. You just kind of see, you never see guys out of place. You always see guys hustling. And we talked about last week, and you know how Spencer Danielson was saying that it was an embarrassment what happened at University of South Florida. And it was not just that they were down, that they lost the game, because the score wasn't indicative of the game. It was a much closer game than that. But it was just kind of the body language and the effort that you saw at that game last week. And it looks completely different today. And he talked about what they needed to change and the tempo of practice. You'd see that higher tempo in practice paying off here today.
They forced a 3rd and 11 here. Taylor running left side, flag comes in, and Taylor is spun down at the 35, which is the line to gain, but will it be coming back?
Holding. Offense, number 72, 10-yard penalty. Makes 3rd down.
So wipe away that run, which would have gone for a 1st down. Instead, they'll redo 3rd down, and it's 21 to go.
You can see Dylan Connor here on the left side, and I was watching that one early. He gets the arms outside the frame, but I really don't. And you know what happens so many times when quarterbacks take off to run? You know, former soccer players and kickers aren't the only ones that know how to hack. You see those defensive linemen a lot of time when the quarterback runs away and takes off. Even if that tackle or lineman isn't holding them, they'll kind of throw up their arms like, "Oh my goodness, I'm being held."
Taylor hit as he throws. It's incomplete. Jaden Virgin Morgan got the pressure right off the edge, and he was untouched to Jared Taylor.
Tackles for loss in 9 of the last 10 games. Virgin Morgan, heck of a player. San Diego, redshirt junior, a very disciplined player, but he's got some speed. For a guy 6'3", 260 pounds, you can see why he's had those tackles for loss. He's got great closing speed and some length to him on the outside there.
And they call him the field general, a first-team All-Mountain West selection a year ago off the edge. Blake Sherrod trying to get away, cannot. A return for nothing on a punt of 49 yards.
It was for something. It's a negative attitude out of you, Noah. Come on. Every play means something. What do you do here? 12 seconds. Why do you go victory formation or halftime formation?
Well, they will go to halftime with a kneel down and an impressive first half, really in every facet, Robert, on a 30-7 lead at the break.
Yeah, certainly. And certainly played up to that standard in the first half.
After the break, Rob Stone, Mark Ingram, Brady Quinn, Matt Liner, and Urban Meyer will preview tomorrow's Cy-Hawk rivalry, plus other stories from around college football.
Negative.
Coming to the stage this Friday, it's Ned's first team karaoke night. But he's wondering,
what if my flaky red plaque psoriasis takes center stage?
Next up, we have Ned.
Is she flaky blacky?
what if Ned knew he could treat differently?
Otezla is a pill that treats plaque psoriasis even in hard-to-treat areas. You can get clearer skin and reduce itching and flaking. Doctors have been prescribing Otezla for over 10 years. Don't use Otezla if you're allergic to it. Get medical help right away if you have trouble breathing or swallowing, swelling of the face, lips, tongue, throat, or arms. Severe diarrhea, nausea, or vomiting, depression, suicidal thoughts, or weight loss can happen. Tell your doctor if any of these occur and if you have a history of depression or suicidal thoughts.
With Otezla, clear skin could be your jam. Live in the moment. Struggling on topicals? Ask your doctor about Otezla.
And Doug.
Are you here for Tracy?
We're here for everyone. Limo and I help people save hundreds by customizing car insurance with Liberty Mutual.
We ordered a limo, not a limo.
Oh, yeah. We do that too.
The limo?
At your service.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
La playa is Spanish for the beach. If you can't remember that, the word Corona also works. Corona, La Playa awaits.
This is the new Dell AI PC with Intel inside. It's a U multiplier, so you can do stuff way faster and be done way sooner.
When you realize that you've chosen too many Italian ingredients to put on a sandwich, name it something like loaded. So people think you did it on purpose. Arby's, we have the meats.
Gary, used car shopping can't hurt you.
What if I overpay?
Come out and I'll show you a better way.
Well, show me, Carfox.
Knowing how a car's accident history impacts price means you don't have to overpay. No fear, just Fox. Say show me at Carfax.com.
Inside every dog is a struggle.
Flavor is good. Let's have some good.
Chewy is fun. Fun.
But flavor.
Fun! Good and fun!
Indulge your dog's good and fun cravings with good and fun treats for dogs. Let dogs dog.
Dad, what happened to the evil wizard? You're still thinking about that Bills game, huh? Try this.
Better?
Sorry, Josh. I mean, Jason. I named you.
Snickers satisfies.
Welcome to beautiful Ames, Iowa, and the FS1 College Football Halftime Show. We are at the break between Eastern Washington and Boise State as we get ready for a rare early season rivalry game tomorrow as Iowa takes on 16th ranked Iowa State right here in Ames. Rob Stone, Brady Quinn, Mark Ingram, and Matt Liner back here with you. Hawkeyes versus Cyclones is not just one of the biggest games in the country this weekend. It's also in many ways the Super Bowl for the state of Iowa. Here's what makes the Cy-Hawk rivalry so special.
When Iowa State meet on the field, throw the records aside.
It's a huge game in the state of Iowa. That crowd, home or away, it's always going to be electric. So that game just brings a lot of emotions, a lot of energy, and you go fly around. You can feel it in your chest.
Great grab. Oh, what a block. Body slams. No bigger sporting event in this state.
It's an awesome game to be a part of. I mean, you go in there, and it's just a hostile environment. It means a lot to the state, I think, because of, there's no really pro sports team in the state, so those are kind of the two-man attractions.
We've got a great rivalry all set for you.
All the eyes are on both teams. It's two great teams going up against each other. That's what I think brings the best out of both teams, is being able to show that attitude and toughness between one another and go out there and play ball.
to the state of Iowa. This is as big of a matchup for college football as it gets.
Both teams hate each other's guts. They don't really like each other. And to be able to go there, it's always fun. It's electric. It gets me going a little bit. So to be able to be a part of that, it's something special, man. And it's what you play college football for.
Cy-Hawk Trophy on the line once again.
When they meet on the field, all bets are off, all bets are off, all bets are off.
And befitting a classic rivalry game. The last three matchups in the series, they have all been one-score games, and that includes last year's classic finish. The Cyclones, Kyle Conradi, nailing a 54-yard field goal with 6 seconds left to get the W for the Cyclones. Iowa State head coach Matt Campbell told us this week, when you grow up here, half the state is born a Hawkeye, half the state is born a Cyclone. You know a little bit about things like that from your old playing days.
Man, you know, I was part of the Iron Bowl. There was no pro sports in Alabama, so that was the Super Bowl. You had one choice or the other. So here we are, Iowa State, and this is the Super Bowl here in the state of Iowa. And it's for all the bragging rights for 365 days. So there will be over 60,000 in that stadium. It'll be over 30,000 outside the stadium. Now you have Iowa State they have Big 12 aspirations.
Yep.
Then you have Iowa. They're trying to get their coach this win against their arch rival to make him the winningest coach in Big Ten history. It's going to be booming out here in Ames tomorrow, and I can't wait.
It's going to be a fun game. You just saw the graphic there. The last three matchups, no team has scored over 20 points. So I think one thing is certain. It's going to be a rock fight, right? It's going to come down to defense, running the football, but it also comes down to quarterback play. Typically in the fourth quarter, Brady, right? Which one of these guys can make a play, whether it's in the red zone or whether it's picking up a key third down to set up a field goal, right? There's been crazy finishes in this game. Rocco Becht, in my opinion, has a clear advantage. He's a really good player. My eyes are on Mark Gradowski, right? The heralded South Dakota State recruit comes over to Iowa. He struggled last week in the pass game. There's no doubt about that. But one part of his game, his ability to run. Iowa hasn't had really a true dual threat quarterback since Brad Banks, guys, in the early 2000s. So keep an eye on his ability to run. Get him going in this game a little bit, take some pressure off the pass game, especially deep in this game in the fourth.
To the point about his struggles, too, I don't know how much Iowa really wanted to showcase against Albany, knowing they've got this big matchup coming up versus Iowa State. But I'm going to talk about the quarterback on the other side. That's Rocco Becht. He's been the most prolific quarterback in the Big 12 over the past couple of seasons, and he's off to a hot start this year. 6 total touchdowns, 0 interceptions. He's really making a case for himself in next year's NFL draft, being one of potentially the top picks. And as far as the hopes and aspirations, Mark, you talked about with Iowa State, finally winning a Big 12 championship, it's resting on the shoulders of Rocco Becht. He's been phenomenal so far. He will have to be good once again, taking care of the football. We know how stingy that Iowa defense has been.
And again, the Cyclones up 6 spots to number 16 this week. Outside of Ames, we've got several other intriguing matchups across the country. Number 11, Illinois on the road at Duke. Are the Illini for real? Number 17, SMU. They host Baylor. The border skirmish between Kansas and Missouri returns for the first time since 2011, and then a clash of traditional powerhouses. Number 15, Michigan at number 18, Oklahoma for the Wolverines. Excitement already sky high, courtesy of their freshman QB.
The physical traits are there. He's all 6'4", 230 pounds, probably runs 4'6", 4'5", all the things you want in an elite quarterback.
Bryce Underwood, what a rocket that was.
The poise that he had throughout the game, not just on the field, but off the field. The kid is just cerebral.
To the end zone, touchdown, Wolverines.
Being in the big house, I've been coming to the games since I was 8, 9 years old, so it's just such a real feeling.
Oh, it's Underwood with a block, and Haynes walks in.
He loves the game. He loves football. He loves the physicality. You don't want your quarterback doing that, but it kind of perks you up a little bit, understanding and knowing he loves that part of the game.
How about that?
He really cares about his teammates right away, coming to a building, not like wanting approval from anybody, but just wanting to show what he's about.
He's a great human being. He's a great kid. He does everything the right way. He's the type of guy you want leading your team.
Sharon Moore kind of trying to stifle the smile and the excitement, like, oh, this guy's really, really good for a true freshman. Again, Moore goes to his alma mater, Oklahoma. But what we saw from Underwood, I know it's one game. I know it's New Mexico. Like, everybody, pump the brakes. But still, like, I feel like he put the Big Ten and the nation on notice that the Wolverines are legit contenders this season.
Yeah, and you just saw why watching some of his teammates talk about him, guys. I mean, physically, he's got all the tools and the traits that you're looking for. But to me, it's what pops on film. And again, I get it. It's versus New Mexico, but this is a true freshman. I mean, look at the timing and rhythm, diagnosing where the holes are in the defense, getting the ball out quick, an accurate catch and run football. Same thing. Ball's out. Receiver's not even into his cut yet for the deep dig route. Right on the money for the big game. And then it's not just the strong arm he's got. He's also got the touch. Look at this. He's got a steps back, flicks it right over the defense to Klein, his tight end for the big game. And he's also got that running ability. Didn't really showcase it so much in week one, but he can move to throw. He can move to take off and run. He can do it all. This young man is a game changer. And this isn't hyperbole. I know we hyped up Arch Manning last week. He struggled a bit versus Ohio State. And this will be a big-time test for Bryce Underwood. But in my opinion, I think he's up for it, guys. He's got the goods.
And one thing that I was pleasantly surprised to see was Justice Haynes, the Alabama transfer. Sometimes all you need is a change of scenery, and he's enjoying a change of scenery. He had nearly 10 yards to carry, 3 touchdowns. He was very explosive. He was very electric, and he added an exciting dimension to this offense. And when you talk about Michigan, they're at their best when they run the football, play tough defense. And now you add Bryce Underwood in the addition of the forward pass, like our boy Dave Portnoy said. This Michigan football team has a real chance to be contenders.
Mark, what number is he wearing over there?
He's wearing that deuce, and you know when you rock the deuce, you gotta get loose. You know that.
I think on Bryce Underwood too, I think most big guys like that who have the rocket arm, Joe Milton is one of those.
Right.
Years ago, they don't have a lot of touch and the layered throws. Like that tape was impressive. John Mateer, the other quarterback, this is a great quarterback dual game. John Mateer came from Washington State. He's a stud too. I think he put the nation on notice last week, and I know it was an inferior opponent, but Brady, he's a triple threat quarterback as well. He can throw from the pocket. There's another dig route for a touchdown, timing, good feet. His ability to create and extend, whether it's picking up big plays with his legs or the arm, right? He is fast. He's big. He reminds me a little bit of Baker Mayfield, but a lot more twitchy. And then the quarterback run game. He had 178 rushing attempts last year as a quarterback. That was top 5 amongst all quarterbacks in the country. I think that's the pressure he puts on Michigan's defense. How do they contain him in the pocket to limit some of those big plays?
Big picture, too. We talked about it last week. You know, who's the top conference in college football? We saw Ohio State knock off #1 Texas. This is an opportunity now for Michigan to kind of continue to keep holding and carrying the flag for the Big Ten over the SEC in this case.
Measuring stick game and also Heisman, kind of 2 Heisman sleeper guys that I think throughout the year can kind of move up the
Speaking of measuring stick games, back here to Ames, Big Ten versus Big 12. This is going to be a real fun one. We'll see you back here tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern for Big Noon Kickoff. We'll hear from both head coaches, Matt Campbell and Kirk Ferentz. George Kittle and Brock Purdy engage in some rivalry trash talk, plus Pacer star, Cyclones alum, Tyrese Halliburton, along with Dave Portnoy and the entire Barstool college football crew. We'll see you then. For now, though, back out to Boise for the second half coming up next.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing the leadership of this captain, but getting that captain.
Ice by motion on the port side. Yarg, missed again. Abandon kill.
What are we doing? So don't settle for just any insurance when there's State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Oh, squalls are coming.
At Wayfair, we bring style to every get-together. Oh, they brought wings.
You mean these wingback chairs? Dive in, everyone. We brought plenty.
We brought the sides.
Everybody remember to leave room. Yeah, bring that over here.
We brought the ranch. Ooh, that looks like it's fresh from the farmhouse.
Wings and ranch? Now it's a party.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
This is a You Pick 2 meal. 1/2 Green Goddess Chicken Cobb, 1/2 Chicken Bacon Rancher. This pair is straight up delicious. Whatever you're feeling, pick your You Pick 2. It just meals good at Panera.
Eastern Washington University is now the region's polytechnic. And that means we don't do things like everyone else. We put hands-on learning at the forefront of everything we do. Our polytechnic plays trumpet, learns applied ethics, and studies humanities and education. It powers the research centers that give our STEM graduates an edge in the workforce. We are your Eastern Washington University, the region's polytechnic.
You've dreamed up some delicious Domino's pizzas, like the viral pizza.
This is a perfect pizza.
And we want to see more. So we're bringing back Domino's Best Deal Ever. Get any hand-tossed, pan, thin crust, or New York-style pizza with any toppings for just $9.99 online. Maybe you'll invent the new viral pizza. Only at
The ones who carry us. The queen who unites different friend groups. The bold leader when the night is young. Kate Spade.
A rushing and passing touchdown for Maddox Madsen in a dominant first half. 30-7 Boise State. Robert and I break it down after this.
Start Saturday strong with Big Noon Saturday.
Rocco Becht and Iowa State take on Iowa in the Cy-Hawk Series. It's Big Noon Saturday on Fox.
They got Willa. They got my daughter. Okay, Bob, do what you gotta do.
Me and Willa's mom used to run around and do some real bad.
My dad told me she was a hero.
I need to find my daughter.
No fear. This is like Tom Cruise.
One battle after another. Rated R.
Pick 6 for $19.99 is the perfect meal for two.
I can't believe we're on a date.
Oh, I'm just here for pick 6.
Imagine what our kids would look like.
I don't want to have kids with you.
6 kids.
6.
Pick 6.
Wait, could we eat here every meal?
Yes.
All right, I'm down. Pick 6 meal for two for $19.99.
And we're back live, where this team is facing their toughest opponent yet. And they game planned for this one. They're going with USPS Ground Advantage Service. He is locked in. What a handoff. You love to see that kind of teamwork.
Paradise doesn't always have palm trees. Corona, La Playa awaits.
A mystery.
Jesse loves playing detective.
But the real mystery was your irritated skin. So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. It cleans better and doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
And it's gentle on her skin.
Tide Free and Gentle Liquid is EPA Safer Choice certified.
It's got to be Tide.
How's life in a small town?
The acclaimed mystery series returns.
Keep your eyes wide open, same as your mind.
Murder in a Small Town premieres Tuesday, September 23rd on Fox.
Make the end of your summer unforgettable with Menards. Whether you're trying to beat the heat or looking for one last adventure, we have what you need to finish off summer strong. From creating the perfect place to entertain family and friends, to stocking up on your favorite summer essentials before they're gone. Stop in to Menards today and get everything you need for the end of the summer.
Save big money at Menards.
Domino's Best Deal Ever is back. Any hand-tossed, pan, thin crust, or New York-style pizza with any toppings for just $9.99 online. Last time you got
Sausage, bacon,
chicken, spinach,
beef, buffalo sauce.
What are you going to get this time? Get Domino's $9.99 Best Deal Ever before it's gone.
Stay in the state of connection.
Keep on rocking me, baby. Got to keep on rocking,
Kia, movement that inspires.
An impressive first half for the Boise State Broncos, looking for a bounce back after a week 1 loss with 340 total yards of offense in that first half, up 30-7. Hello, everyone. We welcome you back in the booth here in Boise. Robert Smith, Noah Reed with you. Again, it came down to effort and mentality and attitude a week ago. That was the biggest thing for Spencer Danielson and his team. They looked a lot better in the first half this week.
Yeah, they certainly did. And they really weren't playing Boise State football. I mean, defensively, late in that game, look, the game was a lot closer than the score looked a week ago against South Florida. Defensively, the effort wasn't there. Offensively, it looked like they didn't quite call the game that they wanted to call. Fast forward a week here, just so physical along the offensive line. But I want you to take a look at the stat line of Maddox Madsen. I think so different from a week ago. He threw the ball 46 times in the game, 23 times in the first half alone. Today, only 15 passes in that first half. They've got that run game cranked up, but I think more Nate Potter, the offensive coordinator, is just calling the game in a way that's much more conducive to the style of play that they want.
Yeah, a lot of run, a lot of play action. Maddox Madsen, 8 for 15, 185 yards with a rushing and a passing touchdown in that first half. So Boise State kicks it away. Eastern Washington offense is out on the field first.
Yeah, and you called it, partner. You know, we talked about that run first, and that's what Nate Potter, the offensive coordinator, said. Like, hey, we're going to be run first, we're going to be play action second, we're going to be drop back third. In that order, we want to establish the line of scrimmage. We want to establish that run game. They were certainly able to do that in the first half. And if you're Eastern Washington, you can't afford the kind of mistakes that you had in that first half. They turned the ball over, costly penalties. They stayed off of schedule. Too many third and longs, and that resulted in only 3 of 11 third down completion.
Taylor with a completion on the first pass of this drive. It goes for 8 yards to Nolan Olm, his top receiver. Incredible work ethic, and Aaron Best, the head coach, was telling us about Nolan Olm. Said you'll walk into our facility 11 p.m. every night. It's like clockwork that he's still in the facility watching film.
Oh, that's so funny. We'll talk about that in a second.
Kept by Taylor, straight up the gut, and he got nowhere.
Short.
Nolan Olm.
Yeah, but to that point about Olm, and it's funny because Mark Anderson was talking about that. Like, you hear coaches say that all the time. Like, yeah, he's first one in, last one to leave. It's like, you walk in and like, wait a second, you're still here. It's great when you got guys like that, and both of the staffs talked about trying to figure out how much guys love football, and some guys, they're just film rats, right? Like, not gym rats, they're film rats. They just study the game, and they're there for a long time.
Third down, handoff. It's a first down. This is Nate Bell. He took a punishing hit at the 41, but it is enough to move the chains for Eastern Washington after 8 yards.
There's a nice run there, and you could tell that he had his eyes on Marco Notarini, the linebacker. He's like, I'm not cutting that thing up to where you are.
Narcisse 2 yards out to the 44. He proved last week he does not need many touches to make an impact in the game. 6 carries, 2 touchdowns, also caught 7 passes out of the backfield.
Yeah, and one of the things that you like about him as a runner, with his lateral movement, people think it's always about making somebody miss. Well, it's about clean shots, too, not taking really hard shots, and not only does that help you carry the ball more, but you can normally get your yards. But really, that whole defense, all 3 levels of the defense, that's textbook defense right there. You close those gaps up front, you force the ball to spill to the outside, and then you get the second level from the linebackers, third level from that safety level. Just making that runner string that out further and further, and finally you just run out of real estate and got it running out of bounds or cut it up.
Taylor turns in a first down for the Eagles.
Boy, watch the strong hands on this one. That's really good coverage. So it was a nice throw into a tight window, but Irby, the cornerback, he's trying to fight with those hands. But Ulm, because of that hand strength and keeping that ball away from the defender, able to bring that ball in.
2 catches on this drive for Nolan Ulm, a sixth-year senior who 2 summers ago trained with NFL wide receivers Mohamed Sanu, Brandon Ayuk, and tight end Evan Ingram. Had such a great offseason that he said Evan Ingram told him at one point, like, hey, man, you got it. You can make it at this level. He was so excited to go into the season last year, only got to play in 4 games because of an injury. And so he's back for his final season now and is wanting to make the absolute most of it this year.
Yeah, and you love guys that put in the time, both physically and mentally. And you love guys like that to succeed and to see the payoff from that effort.
First down, drops it off to Yates, his running back, and he got sandwiched down after a pickup of just 2 yards.
Well, it was a nice job. Ty Benefield spotted that thing right away, triggers on the ball, and slips the blocker. And we talk about how you have to run behind your blockers. Well, you got to understand where those defenders are. You want to be able to use those pullers and those blockers as a shield, but Benefield able to slide underneath and behind the blocker to make a tackle.
Eric Shinander, the defensive coordinator, called Benefield the juice. Said that guy always has energy when he plays. Nate Bell to the left side, taken down at the 35 by Benefield, right on cue. Yeah, we've said that name so many times tonight too, Robert. I mean, it feels like Ty Benefield has been in on every play for this Boise State defense.
Yeah, and I think Eric Chinander, that's kind of the way that he has this defense designed, right? Like, especially in those alleys, those safeties have got to be physical. They'll lay that wood on you. He's certainly not scared to do it. Benefield, tremendous tackle, great form in his tackle too. He's not just going to put a shoulder in there.
Give to Bell once again, shakes away from 1, but great pursuit after that. A loss of 1. Bowen Phelps makes the tackle, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, there's a clear focus. Mark Anderson, the offensive coordinator for Eastern Washington, he was really trying to get the ball on the perimeter here in this second half, something that they really didn't do a lot of in that first half. You try and get those guys gassed. What they say is you want to make those big guys run and you want to make the little guys tackle. But that defensive front, Boise State done an excellent job stringing those plays out.
Offense stays on the field in 4th down. 4 wide receivers to the left. Taylor looking that way. It's incomplete. He threw it behind his target, Noah Cronquist. Marco Notriani with the coverage, the linebacker. And Eastern Washington unable to convert on 4th down. Boise State's offense takes over next.
With NFL Sunday Ticket and YouTube TV, Jason Kelsey can watch every game every Sunday all in one place. But how much NFL in one place can he handle?
Yes! Whoa!
What have we done? NFL Sunday Ticket and YouTube TV. Every game, every Sunday, new users pay less.
This season on Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
Yes, college football is back!
Our lives finally have meaning again.
After a really long offseason.
Look, our QB's on the draft slide. Whoa!
Oh, he's going. To where? Not where he expected.
Everything will be questioned.
What is this place?
Don't they know it's Saturday?
Everything.
College football is changing.
The Dr. Pepper flavors, too.
It's all connected.
Fansville Season 8.
I don't think I've ever seen someone slide so far.
College football. It's a Pepper thing.
Ah, yummy, yummy goodness. Isn't that the best part of good and fun?
No way! It's all the chewy fun!
I mean, if that were true, it'd be called fun and good.
Oh!
Don't even think about it.
Indulge both sides with good and fun treats for dogs. Let dogs dog.
I see you found the D-Furnished feature on Homes.com Matterport 3D Tours. It's the true digital model of a listing.
D-Furnished, furnished. D-Furnished, furnished. D-Furnished, furnished.
I can't wait till we sell this house.
Homes.com, the place to find a place. Denny's has 5 slams starting at $5. Full meals, stacked high and under budget. 5 slams starting at $5? It's eating like a genius. Find your booth at Denny's and join the new Denny's Rewards for even more smart savings.
Spectacular Heisman contender Jeremiah Smith.
What a catch!
Leads #1 Ohio State against Grambling State.
Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Saturday at 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific on the Big Ten Network.
Yeah, unfortunately, in that first half for Eastern Washington, missed opportunities here once again. Watch this matchup down here. This is one where Jared Taylor has got to see the alignment of the defense. You've got a formation that has 4 eligibles to the right, 1 eligible to the right, or to the left, and 1 eligible to the right. Man to man, that's got to be an alert. If that guy's open, get it to him.
Missed opportunity there brings out the Boise State offense, but great pursuit from the Eastern Washington defense. A loss of 5 on first down for Sire Gaines. Justice Laulu with the stop for the Eagles.
Well, that's a big loss on first down.
For a Boise State offense that has been able to run all over the place. Had over 150 yards on the ground in the first half.
You try and get a cheap one, get somebody to jump off sides, get that free 5.
Madsen checks it down. Sire Gaines, the running back, gets all of the penalty yardage back, or all of the loss back, and then some across the 40 for 11 yards.
We talk about Sire Gaines and having a different body type than Malik Sherrod, who's a much smaller back, but nice soft hands there from Gaines. Gets a little bit of a Texas or angle route, so common.
About 40 pounds difference between Gaines and Sherrod. It's a true thunder and lightning difference between those two. Madsen to throw, quick slant route, that's pulled in. Latrell Caples spinning across midfield for a first down.
Well, what you love from Madsen here, like no wasted space, right? Half drop or half step, basically, catch and throw. Sees what he wants, throws with the anticipation and the accuracy there. It's not like that was a wide open throw, but it was a nice, confident throw. He had no doubt in his mind where he wanted to go with the football, stuck his foot in the ground, delivered a strike.
7th different receiver he's gotten involved today. He goes play action, throws off his back foot to Matt Lauder, the tight end, lowers the shoulder down near the 40. Yard or 2 shy of the line to gain. Lauder, a first-team All-Mountain West tight end a season ago, led the league in receiving touchdowns with 7.
He looks a little banged up. He got up a little gingerly. You can see him down on the sideline. He's walking gingerly.
Picked up 8, makes it 2nd and 2. Gaines running right side, shifty move. Runs right into a defender, but keeps the legs going, and it's a first down for the Broncos. 4 yards from Gaines, moves the chains.
You're a poet, you didn't even know it.
Should I lie and say I tried to do that? Make me look good?
I really like what I'm seeing out of Gaines. He's really kind of got all the tools. You know, the vision is there, the lateral movement is there, the power is there, but know just when it's time to get vertical.
He goes off the field. Sherrod comes in. Madsen to throw, whistles it down the middle. He was looking for Ben Ford.
You could tell that ball got tipped. He just kind of missed on that throw and threw it a little bit too far to the inside. He certainly saw that Ben Ford was breaking towards the inside, but until the ball got tipped, it was just a bit of a misfire.
Lauder in motion from left to right. 2nd and 10. Sherrod's first carry of this drive, and he got taken down on an ankle tackle after a pickup of just 1 yard.
You're going to see Drew Carter, where he comes from to make this play. Look at that run through right there. I just love that. You love to see your safeties playing physical like that, with the closing speed, triggering from that second level and negotiating traffic. You know, when you're making tackles from the second and third level of the defense, you really kind of got to like think like a runner. You see where the openings are in the defense and where they may carry it.
Madsen snaps a pass over the middle to Ford, reels it in near the 20. He's got a first down. He's been going after Ford a lot tonight.
Yeah, he really has. Nice play design here. You get that safety or that corner off like that. Get that deep curl route. And the key there is Madsen getting that thing out on time before the defenders have an opportunity to react to it. So you throw with the anticipation. That ball's got to be on its way before Ford's out of its break, and that's what you saw there.
16 yards from Madsen to Ford. It's a red zone trip for Boise State. End around. This is Bates running near side. Bates towards the pylon. Touchdown.
Well, we threw a little praise on Drew Carter the last time. I think it might be Drew Carter's. Definitely a safety is going to have an opportunity to make this tackle on the outside. Right there. A nice job of running, though, by Bates. Cutting that thing back inside. And a nice finish for the drive for the Broncos.
Cameron Bates' first touch of the night goes for a touchdown. Boise State extends the lead to 30. 4 different rushers have scored a touchdown for Boise State tonight. The most recent, Cameron Bates, and it's all Broncos in the home opener.
Affordable care with dentists and labs in one place. Plus, 25% off treatment plans for everyone. Quality care at a price worth celebrating. It's one more way Aspen Dental is in your corner.
La playa is Spanish for the beach. If you can't remember that, the word Corona also works. Corona, La Playa awaits.
The Colonel believed his KFC chicken sandwich should be huge on flavor. Tender chicken, crisp pickles, but with a tiny $3.99 price. Oh, that crumb looks giant next to that tiny price. The Colonel lived so we could chicken. The $3.99 KFC chicken sandwich.
Catching a killer isn't easy. Lucky for me, I got friends, and they got ideas. Each episode is its own special study in solving a murder. Buckle up, this one's a ride. I'm Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, and this is 50 Ways to Catch a Killer. Coming soon on Fox.
Almost heaven, West Virginia.
Come to West Virginia and open the door to more this fall. More color. More connection.
Life is older, older than
More freedom to explore.
younger than the mountains.
Less doing. More being.
Take me home.
Find your almost heaven at wvtourism.com.
At
Burger King, we don't listen to celebrities. We listen to you. Your next creation is here. The Crispy Onion Whopper. It's got the crisp, the crunch, the bacon, and it's imagined by you. Try the latest in the Whopper by You series today.
Tomorrow on Baseball Night in America, Jose Altuve and the Astros fight for the AL West crown against the Rangers. The Giants take on the Cardinals, or it's Twins and Royals. Check your local listings for the game in your area tomorrow at 7 Eastern on Fox. A little birdie in my ear, Robert, just told me the game to have is Giants-Cardinals because our crew is doing that game tomorrow. Not you and I, obviously, but the rest of our crew has that game tomorrow. So that's the one you want.
That's the one you want to have then. No doubt about it.
Boomer booms it out of the back of the end zone. Eastern Washington's offense takes over down 30 with 4:55 to go third quarter. You've alluded to it a couple times tonight, Robert. They have had their opportunities, and anytime they have, they've just kind of let them go by the side. A pass that goes through a hands or overthrowing a wide open receiver. But Eastern Washington has had their moments at times tonight.
Yeah, they certainly have. And look, they knew they were kind of up against it tonight. They knew they were big underdogs tonight. But if you're Aaron Best, and we'll talk more about his philosophy after this play.
Taylor sidesteps pressure, takes off, has the first down, has more, took a hit near the 45. Look out. Jeremiah Irby pummeled him after 18 yards.
Watch Jared Taylor, though. No panic at all. She's a blitz coming here, just steps right underneath it, gets upfield. You love seeing that from your quarterback. That right there, you don't love seeing as much. Don't take more hits than you have to, especially when the backup, Nate Bell, gets so much time as a wide receiver.
Yates with nothing, might have even lost a yard. David Latu with the penetration. Yeah, that's one of those that you just go ahead and give yourself up 2 yards sooner, right? Get down, we're not going to take that hit.
Yeah, and back to Aaron Best, though, as a head coach. He was surprised to get the coaching. Both of his parents were teachers, and he loves the opportunity. He says that, very few coaches get the opportunity to be a dad, a coach, surrogate father. Here in this second half, he just wants to see his team execute and play better.
Taylor with a sidearm throw behind his target. It is incomplete. It hit the ground just in front of Amarion McCoy.
Yeah, it's funny. These young quarterbacks, they see guys like Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen make those kind of throws where they're going to their left and, I'll just kind of whip my hips around and get this thing right in there. The normal rules of physics and the mechanics of throwing, they don't apply to those non-mortals that do to most quarterbacks.
The 15th third down today for Eastern Washington. They got it to Yates, but he got nowhere near enough to be able to move the chains after Jaden Mickey tracked him down.
They're going to try and get this punt again. Ogles in that first half, that nice long punt that they were able to down inside the 5, and then the defense was able to hold that Boise offense, gave them an opportunity to get a touchdown. We'll see what he can do here. He normally kicks them low, though. Those can be good returnable balls. We'll see if he can get a little bit of air on this thing.
He does get some air on this one. Sherrod calls for the fair catch at the 10 as he goes falling backwards after a 44-yard punt. Boise State's offense takes over next. They are up 37-7 in the home opener.
Did you know Geico has a 97% customer satisfaction rating?
Is it weird seeing yourself on TV?
It's my job, isn't it? To let people know that Geico's more than just savings.
Certainly have our cat's attention. Whoa.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, it appears so.
Well, they just love great customer service.
Customer service. Right.
They don't get this excited for wet food.
No.
Guys, he's right here.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Well, this resume is getting seen, just not by who you want. You need a better plan.
I need Indeed.
An Indeed profile works harder than a resume alone. The more skills and preferences you add, the more tailored job matches you get. No dance moves required.
This Adam is on WhatsApp.
Everyone here? Everyone on WhatsApp got the location change.
Great. This Adam is not.
Is everybody here? No one showed up.
Because the location change was buried by our SVPs.
Surprise!
It's time for WhatsApp.
This is a You Pick 2 meal. 1/2 Green Goddess chicken cob, 1/2 chicken bacon rancher. This pair is straight up too-licious. Whatever you're feeling, pick your You Pick 2. It just meals good at Panera.
I see it. I like it. I want it. Yes, I do. Said I need it.
With Chase, you can get a debit card for your kids' independence
Yes, I do need you.
and parental notifications, so you can keep an eye on how they're using it.
Still on budget.
Control for parents, freedom for kids. That's family banking from Chase. Make more of what's yours.
When your morning schedule is full, but your belly isn't. When your kid's school pickup needs an afternoon pick-me-up. We could all use a little kind in our snack emergencies. A little protein for breakfast, sustained energy from whole grains for a midday snack. Make it a kind day.
The NFL is back on Fox. J.D. Daniels leads the Commanders against the Giants.
What a catch!
Or CMC and the Niners take on the Seahawks.
Wow!
A huge day of football kicks off Sunday on Fox. Check for the game in your area.
A 30-point third-quarter lead for Boise State over Eastern Washington when they really struggled to run the football a week ago in that Week 1 loss, Robert. They have bounced back in a big way this week.
Yeah, they certainly have. And look, we know that it's not a FBS team that they're going against, but this is a good rivalry. It's a good football team that always plays hard. And again, if you're a coach, you're just thinking, I want you guys to play your best. You want a clean game. I want you guys going out there and executing, and that's what you've seen most of the night.
Sire Gaines, who's averaged yards a carry today, gets this one. Bounced away from a couple, but he gets dragged down right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I love the effort. Sees those flat backs to the inside, tries to get that bounce to the outside. One thing I would caution against those, changing the ball in traffic. You know, when you've got that ball in that right arm, generally speaking, when you're running to the left, you want to try and get your body between the ball and the defender. So I understand why you want to switch it, but you have to be careful when you're in traffic switching the ball.
That's to throw this time. Clean pocket, uncorks one down the seam into one-on-one coverage, and he just overshoots Cameron Bates, who had the touchdown a drive ago.
Oh, just misses on the throw, and Ambrose Marsh in the coverage.
Had a hand on his jersey a little bit.
Yeah, he did. A few times, right? He was playing a little bit of tag, though. I guess it didn't get the pull with the separation. Well, here's your opportunity, Eastern Washington. And again, you know, these coaches, hey, go out there and play your heart. You're Eric Sanders, the defensive coordinator. Let's get off the field here.
Madsen trying to keep the drive alive, and he will. Chris Marshall's third catch of the day. Boise State now 4 for 8 on third down, and that keeps the drive alive after 20 yards.
Boy, you love to see this. This ball, just such a crisp throw, and Marshall barely has to slow down to catch this ball. That's just a nice, tight spiral. You love seeing those decisive throws, the accurate, just throwing that laser, getting it on your receiver, making an easy catch for him so he can try and get upfield.
3 catches for 86 yards today for Marshall. All 3 of them have gone for at least 20. Madsen rolls out, activates the legs, takes an angle towards that marker, and he's just shy of it. Picks up 8, maybe 9.
Yeah, really, the defense for Eastern Washington did a pretty good job covering up the multiple levels. You got to look up those crossers and get that play action, and sometimes you can lose those crossers as they come across the field. But you can see the defenders doing a nice job looking those receivers up, but with Madsen's legs, able to do some damage that way.
Makes it a 2nd and short. Fakes the handoff to Gaines. Looks to throw, zips it over the middle. It is pulled in across the 40 for a first down by Matt Wagner. Boise State offense, Robert, that gets the tight ends involved a lot more than most teams do. And Nate Potter, the offensive coordinator, told us, he said, we just like the unpredictability. We want the balance to be there that anybody on the field can catch a pass.
Yeah, and that's what tight ends can do. You get in that heavy personnel, they like to have their 12 personnel, the one running back and 2 tight ends like you see here. And until after this play.
Gaines stretching right side, ripped down at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, but the power of having that 12 personnel is that it provides such a heavy look to the defense. So from a personnel standpoint, they're thinking we've got to be able to stop the run. So we want some heavier bodies to do that. But you get those hybrid tight ends, and you can hurt them in the pass game.
All Boise State through 3, 37-7 in the home opener against Eastern Washington, looking for win 1 this season.
Start Saturday strong with Big Noon Saturday.
Rocco Becht and Iowa State take on Iowa in the Cy-Hawk Series. It's Big Noon Saturday on Fox.
Old Trapper Beefs. Camp Cravings.
There you go, buddy. Have fun.
This is not going to be pretty.
We're camping. What could possibly go wrong? No.
Ooh.
That did not go as planned.
It never does. All right.
Old Trapper. What's your beef?
So do you have a favorite bobcat?
Hey, Dad.
Hey, that's my turkey.
Ever since we told Jason Kelsey about NFL Sunday Ticket month to month, he hasn't stopped cheering. NFL Sunday Ticket month to month. Now join and cancel anytime.
And Doug.
Imagine if we could tell everyone here that Liberty Mutual customizes car insurance to save people hundreds. It's a mascot!
Oh, what's this? A fan has run out onto the field and he's not wearing pants.
Do birds need pants?
And the control room censored it. Oh!
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Domino's Best Deal Ever is back. Get any hand-tossed pan, thin crust, or New York-style pizza with any toppings for just $9.99 online. Your favorite pizza at our best price. It's Domino's Best Deal Ever, but it's not forever, so get it before it's gone. Only at Domino's.
The thing about hair is, even if it starts here, it'll end up there. But the new Swiffer Sweeper Deluxe is made to get hair anywhere. Brooms just push and move. But Swiffer gives you a clean that's mom-approved. The new collapsible, storable Swiffer Sweeper Deluxe, the mother of all cleans.
What would you do if you couldn't fail? Would you see every setback as finding thousands of ways that don't work, and the one that changes everything? Because we know changing the world doesn't happen by chance. It comes out of the blue.
Home opener tonight for Boise State has gone the way of the Broncos from the start of the game all the way through. 37-7 is the lead over Eastern Washington heading into the fourth quarter. On a night that was a lot about effort and mentality and attitude more than it was anything else. They felt they didn't have that in week 1 in a blowout loss to South Florida. That was the emphasis all week coming into week 2. Second and 10. Pocket delivers on the run. Pass is pulled in by Marshall. Tries to spin away. Does. Has the sideline. Tight ropes. And he's taken down at the ankles by Ambrose Marsh. All the way down to the 12.
Boy, what an effort by Marshall on this play. It was a great job. You see sees that his quarterback struggling, so he breaks that back to the outside. So you're quarterback friendly and giving Madsen an outlet, and then doing your dipsy doodles and dancing. But what I love is he's protecting the football as well. You don't always see that from wide receivers. Keeps that thing 5 points of pressure. Almost escapes for a touchdown.
a career-high 132 yards tonight. All 4 of his receptions have gone for at least 20 tonight. He's that big play threat that Spencer Danielson told us about yesterday. Felt that he had so much more in him than what he showed last week in week 1, and he's showing it tonight.
It was really great in talking to these both of these coaches. You could just tell that they kind of feel that coaching is a calling for them, and really the higher purpose of being a coach. We talked about being a surrogate father for these young men and helping them do things that they didn't even know they were able to do.
Second consecutive carry for Gaines, stayed up on his feet, pushing to the goal line, and he's down at the 1.
Boy, great job up front. And of course, Gaines with that body lean, that's so important. And he's gotten so good at that. And look at that hand drill, or that hand down. We should do that drill all the time. Try and get that hand down. Sometimes you got to understand, though, when you're in traffic, you got to get that second arm over the ball to protect the fumble.
Gaines, again, he's in.
There's a flag down in the middle of the field. That's going to be a hold. That thing's coming back.
Holding. Offense, number 62. 10-yard penalty. No first down.
Roger Carey on the right guard called for the holding. That wipes away the touchdown.
Right in the middle of the screen here. Oh, yeah.
Yep, hold him down.
Oh, yeah, you can see. And Jaira's a big fella. Defensive tackle, 6'3", 322 pounds. La'apupu Telly.
You got it. Good job.
I'll tell you Kaimi's full name from the Texans. You'll like that one.
Play action. Madsen back in the end zone. Too tall for Bates.
Well, he saw it. But again, we talk about that accuracy, and Marshall wide open running across field. He's like, "What? You didn't see that?" And so, I mean, that's the receivers are always going to go back and tell the quarterback they were open, but he was definitely open on that one. But what you don't know what the quarterback's seeing, if they're stepping away from pressure. It's one thing to see a receiver running open. You don't know what the quarterback's view was.
Fire Gaines stretching left side, and he pushes down to the 6 to bring up 3rd and goal.
So you ready for the name?
I'm ready.
Okay, listen closely. Kaimi noa I awalo meke ike oke kumapa'a. That's Kaimi Fairbairn's real name.
See, I have no choice but to believe you. You could have told me anything then.
Watch it online. Watch it. I've heard him say it online. I've studied it. I studied it. I know it's true.
12th play of the drive. Madsen flush to the right, on the run, completes it for a touchdown. It's Ben Ford, his 2nd of the night.
Watch the acceleration from Madsen. He's going to recognize the pressure, but watch that move. Let's make Jaira find the pressure again, and he's able to escape, get out the outside. It's just tough to cover that long. And look, you know that this Eastern Washington team, they're worn out, right? This defense has been on the field a lot tonight. I'm making excuses for them, but certainly not an easy task.
Moore's extra point is through. Boise State scores again.
It's 9-inch nails. We're in this together now, baby. Boise State in. Eastern Washington, another chance.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing the experience of this trainer.
Good to go.
But getting that trainer.
Megan Trainer. I'm all about that brace, no trouble. Give me your arm.
No, it's not for that.
Who are you?
Patrick, I play football.
This is Patrick, everyone. Give it up for Patrick. He does sports.
So don't settle for just any insurance when there's State Farm.
Why is no one clapping?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Come visit McDonaldland this summer and try Grimace Island's newest thick volcanic shake. So get the new Mount McDonaldland shake with one of 6 souvenirs when you order the McDonaldland meal.
Pause for the facts. Susie here is shopping for a used car, but she doesn't know that nearly half of them have been in an accident.
Interesting.
But Carfax.com shows how accidents impact price, so she doesn't have to overpay. Unpause.
Whoa.
Shop the all-new Carfax.com.
Remember that place we got burritos from last time?
No, but with Ring, I can find it. Food delivery?
Nice.
There it is.
Wow, this really makes you look smart.
Thanks.
With Ring, you can type it and find it.
Inside every dog is a struggle.
Flavor is good. Let's have some good.
Chewy is fun. Fun.
But flavor.
Fun! Good and fun!
Indulge your dog's good and fun cravings with good and fun treats for dogs. Let dogs dog.
Pick 6 for $19.99, a perfect meal for 2.
That's gotta rhyme.
Well, how about munching on Pick 6, my mouth going yap. People always staring at my wings, they go flap. Dave is so surprised because he didn't know I'd rap. Pick 6 meal for 2 for $19.99.
It's Fox College Football Friday.
So here we go.
Avery Johnson and K-State.
Are you serious?
Take on Arizona.
Touchdown!
All eyes are on Friday night on Fox.
Tomorrow, the Cyhawks series takes center stage starting at 10 a.m. Eastern with the best pregame show in college football live from Iowa State. Then Rocco Beck leads the 16th-ranked Cyclones in a showdown against Iowa on Big Noon Saturday, only on Fox. All right, Robert, putting you on the spot. Who's winning that game tomorrow? Who you got?
Oh, wow, that's a good question. I'll go Iowa State. I mean, Rocco Beck, he's a dark horse Heisman kid. Yeah. His father, Anthony, done a great job coaching St. Louis Battlehawks in UFL. Had a chance to call one of their games last year. But, man, he's just playing some good football. And Matt Campbell, been a heck of a coach for a long time there in Ames.
Another chance for a rivalry win tomorrow, noon Eastern. Big Noon Fox. Just saw Ben Ford moments ago. His 5th year in the program had not had a receiving touchdown once. And tonight he's had 2. It's been a spectacular night for him, really for the entire offense. 505 yards of total offense, 2 passing touchdowns for Madsen, 4 rushing touchdowns for the Boise State ground game tonight.
Yeah, and you're Spencer Danielson again. It's really about the attitude and the effort of his team. We talked about those being the non-negotiables, and more than the score, it's always about the execution.
Taylor pumps once, rolling right on the run, throws it behind his intended target. He was looking for the tight end, Landon Cooper.
He got a little pump fake, trying to hit one of the wide receivers on the outside there. It was Wesley Garrett. Wesley Garrett had gotten open earlier. That was the one where he missed him when they had the 4-by-1 formation. They see he's got the ability to make or to get some separation. I think they're going to try and find a way to get him a deep ball before this one's over.
They get the ball to Nate Bell here, and there is nowhere to go with the ball. He stopped at the line of scrimmage to bring up 3rd and long.
And we talked about this earlier, having your backup quarterback running jet sweep all day.
Tough, huh?
Yeah, I mean, your starting quarterback goes down, and then, you've got a wide receiver that's doing a lot of carrying the football. I don't know. That's why I'm up here in the booth, but I would be careful with that.
Taylor thought he had an opening, instead lofts it to the sideline for Nolan Ulm, but it falls incomplete. Travis Anderson had the coverage, and it's 4th down.
Wow. Saw official almost one hand catch a ball, full extension, but one of the Boise State players walking to the sideline caught it. Hopefully we have views of that somewhere. Nice little circus catch. I got a little distracted.
7th punt of the night for Eastern Washington. And it flies out of bounds. So a good starting field position for Boise State. It was already up 37. A 25-yard punt. Boise State takes over at midfield after this.
If Jerry knew football the way Tom Brady knows football, he would in no way be able to handle it. Tom Brady knowledge is 10 pounds of football in a 5-pound bag of Jerry.
Jared, don't forget to marinate the wings.
What? Release the penguin from a bird cage. It still won't fly.
Gotta look off the safety before when the safety rotates down. Just rip the seam. It's not that hard.
Nobody knows football.
Come on, we can do better.
Like Tom Brady.
It's not that hard.
Angel soft. Well, it's gotta be soft.
It's gotta be strong.
No, soft.
Strong.
No, soft.
No, strong.
No, soft.
No, strong.
Soft.
Strong.
Actually, Angel Soft is both. Soft so it's cushy and strong to get the job done. Unlike some other rolls, you don't have to choose. Angel Soft. Soft and strong, simple.
With hundreds of sales every week, eat well for less at Whole Foods Market.
To find your way, sometimes you have to pave it yourself. Forge your own path through grit and determination. Introducing the latest addition to the Honda Trail Sport lineup, the 2026 CR-V Trail Sport Hybrid, the most capable CR-V we've ever dreamed of.
Subway's footlongs are packed with protein, like the Ultimate BMT or the All-Pro Sweet Onion Chicken Teriyaki with 58 grams of protein. And now Subway MVP Rewards members can buy any footlong in the app and get 40% off. Fuel up now in the Subway app.
With Maddox Madsen coming out of the game, he is tonight's smoking player of the game, sponsored by Old Trapper. What's your beef? 307 yards, 2 touchdowns through the air, and a rushing touchdown.
Yeah, no question about it. He's been very efficient. Remember a week ago, even first half and second half, throwing the ball 23 times in both of those halves. Much better when they had the balance they've had today.
That's Dylan Riley with a bolt down to the 307 through the air, 3 total touchdowns for Maddox Madsen, and a great bounce back day for him and this Boise State offense.
And I'm talking to Nate Potter, the offensive coordinator. He's one of those guys that likes a little bit of adversity, and they certainly had to face it on the road a week ago. And he knows, he knew with Ashton Genty being gone, he was going to need to be more of a vocal leader. They talked about it. He's been that, but it's all about the efficiency at the quarterback position. And he certainly was efficient today. And he just loved not just the operation, but the execution, really. No wasted motion in the backfield. Nice job protecting the football, escaping, climbing when he needs to, sliding when he needs to. And for the most part, pretty accurate with his throws.
Max Cutforth's first pass of the day was short of Cumante Williams. Idaho native Cutforth hands the football off. This is Riley bouncing near side, down the sideline before he lowers the shoulder near the 10. A physical run from Dylan Riley for 34 yards.
Boy, and they say this guy's a home run hitter. You can just tell, man, the stride that this guy has. Watch this here. He just looks like a sprinter. You see that turnover speed. Boy, he's definitely got the wheels. And a nice finish to the run. You know, those young players, so often with younger running backs, it's really making sure that they're comfortable with their protection. He's not the biggest guy in the world. Can he take on blitzing linebackers, and does he go the right way on plays? And he may have gone the wrong way there. I'm just guessing. I'm guessing that Max probably went the correct way on this one. We'll see what the line, yeah, it certainly, well, it looks like a little zone read action, but it looked like the line was, yeah, it looked like the line was blocking zone to the left.
Dylan Riley was put into a bigger role last year than he probably would have had. He became a backup to Ashton Genty, played a lot because of the Sire Gaines injury. He goes straight up the gut to the 6.
And that's the exact same play, right? They go back there and say, hey, Dylan, no. This side. This is the side the fake is. And they fake zone. We go that way with the zone, and then I keep it and go out the other way. All good, though, man. This is
learning moment, right?
Absolutely. Live reps. There's just nothing like them. And practice reps just aren't the same. And sure, the game is out of control, or you got a comfortable lead, but getting those young players reps at times like this, so valuable.
The entire offensive line, too, is reserves, getting everybody an opportunity to play. Pass to the end zone is incomplete. Gavin O'Leary had the coverage that time on Demetric Whitlock.
And the fans here want a penalty. They thought Thunder got a little bit handsy. I don't really know that he affected him, but certainly that arm was on the back. But if you're not impeding the receiver or turning the receiver, they're not going to always call that one.
Moore was good from 35 earlier. This one from 24. And he missed it. Wide to the right. Still all Broncos, 44-7. Boise State with just over 8 to play here on a Friday night.
Paradise doesn't always have palm trees. Corona, La Playa awaits.
This is a You Pick 2 meal. 1/2 Green Goddess chicken cob, 1/2 chicken bacon rancher. This pair is straight up delicious. Whatever you're feeling, pick your You Pick 2. It just meals good at Panera.
Ah, yummy, yummy goodness. Isn't that the best part of good and fun?
No way! It's all the chewy fun!
I mean, if that were true, it'd be called fun and good.
Oh!
Don't even think about it.
Indulge both sides with good and fun treats for dogs. Let dogs dog.
Denny's has 5 slams starting at $5. Full meals, stacked high and under budget. 5 slams starting at $5? It's eating like a genius. Find your booth at Denny's and join the new Denny's Rewards for even more smart savings.
And they're off.
Welcome to 99 to Beat.
Get up to 40% off back-to-school essentials on Uber Eats. Shop calculators, notebooks, markers, Lunchables, and more. Shop back-to-school essentials and get up to 40% off on Uber Eats. Order now.
NYX Professional Makeup presents Brow Compliance. Hi, team. Where are we? Are you at the beach? You just exposed your work-from-home cover story. What's the move? A, fling laptop into the ocean, blame high tide. B, quit, pretend you never existed. C, raise brows, Gaslight with style. Oh, this is a virtual background. Yeah, AI's getting crazy. AI. Our CEO did say something about that. Okay, keep your brows professional with NYX Professional Makeup.
Garth Brooks over the loudspeaker on a happy night for Boise State faithful, and on the blue turf, they have been nearly unbeatable since 2000, 141-16, and on the verge of win number 13 in a row here at Albertson Stadium. It is Eastern Washington's offense who takes over after the missed field goal and 6 yards on the first run by Jared Taylor.
Boy, the Mountain West was just so tough in those days too. You know, you had Utah, TCU.
A lot of big wins on the blue. This is Nate Bell, the backup quarterback. He looks to throw. Couldn't connect with Nolan Olm. There is a flag. Demetrius Freeney had the coverage on Nolan Olm.
Yeah, I haven't seen a replay yet. Looked like some normal hand fighting, but it's hard to tell. And so many times it's just that little bit of grab where the jersey actually does separate from the body that we can't always see from up here. And if they see that, they're gonna throw it.
Defense, number 14. Ball place at the spot of foul. An automatic. It's there.
Yep, there it is.
There it is. Definitely. Fans didn't love it, but it's the right call. Pass interference. This is Bell again, facing some heat, flush to the right, and heaves it out of bounds. Sterling Lane coming off the edge for Boise State to apply the pressure on Bell.
And these are important reps for Nate Bell as well. So I'm playing a lot of wide receiver earlier in the game. And, you know, just trying to figure out what you can get away with is important as a quarterback. See pressure off the edge like he did that last time. Do I have enough acceleration to buy myself some time? And of course, bad snap.
He regathers, and he is great with the legs. My goodness, he just turned that play into something when it looked like it could have been real bad.
Well, you like seeing this from Nate Bell. You see the high snap, goes over his head, no panic in him. Nice bounce, too. Of course, that doesn't always happen with footballs, but nice, tough running back to the inside. But, well, he's taking some hits in this game. Looks like Boise State, Boise player, a little banged up, coming off the field.
Bell has nice protection, launches down the same. That's pulled in. Noah Cronquist inside the 5. How about the touch from Nate Bell?
You see him come right in the slot here, and we had seen Jared Taylor miss on some of these deep throws. Really a perfect throw there from Nate Bell. Tremendous job. They're getting behind that defense.
49 yards from Bell to Cronquist gives Eastern Washington a chance to score here with just over 6 minutes to play.
Isolation on the right side.
Bell is rolling that way, uses the legs, touchdown for now, but a flag, and it might be in the area of holding.
Holding. Offense, number 70. 10-yard penalty. And remain first down.
It's Gavin Allen, the right tackle. A former tight end moved to right tackle.
Yeah, big old Gavin Allen, and he starts with those arms outside of the frame, and you know he's one of those young big guys. You convert those guys at 6'6", 270 pounds, just a redshirt freshman out of Kennewick, Washington. Sometimes those young guys need to learn technique, but they also just have to hit the training or the table of food, right? The training table. You get more burgers in you. and that technique, of course, you don't want to start with your hands outside like that. The tendency is to want to hold there anyway. But you got to drop a little bit, and he just doesn't have as much weight to throw around right now.
Yeah. He did put on 35 pounds in the offseason when they decide to move him from tight end to offensive line, but probably could still use a little bit more size.
Oh yeah, he'll be 3 bills before you know it. Guys still growing into their bodies at that age, but definitely get some calories in them. Of course, no restrictions on that now. Back in my day, they even had the limitations, and people would get in trouble for the training table, the food. There was too much, right?
Yeah.
Now it's just amazing.
We alluded to it a couple times tonight, Robert, but this Boise State team, it was not necessarily about schematics and X's and O's leaving last week, but it was more about this coaching staff thought the effort wasn't there. And again, we talked about it's an FCS opponent tonight, so take that for what it's worth, but the effort has clearly been there tonight for the Broncos.
Yeah, it certainly has. And from an execution standpoint, it's certainly been better. And you learn something in all types of situations about your team when you're down on the road at a game like USF, and the film doesn't lie, and you see certain effort out of certain guys late in that game, and you think, are they the kind of guy that we want to have in there? And I think that's been part of the week for Spencer Danielson, is figuring out which of those guys might not need to be starting. Right, and get some of those other guys in there, you see different level of effort.
There's a player down on the sideline for Eastern Washington right now. You can see him there laying down on the ground, and the medical staff attending to him as well. We'll step aside the injury timeout with them with 6:06 to play.
Big game tomorrow. You guys ready? Oh, we're ready, Gus.
Which way's our room?
Bring it in. 301, 2 queens, best sleep guaranteed.
When your favorite team needs you at your best, it matters where you stay. Hampton by Hilton. Hilton for the stay.
This is the new Dell AI PC with Intel inside. A PC so ahead of its time, it actually helps you save time. Like literal hours. Because it does all your busy work for you. So you can get busy doing things you actually want to do. And who wouldn't want more time for that?
Denny's has 5 slams starting at $5. Full meals, stacked high and under budget. 5 slams starting at $5? That's eating like a genius. Find your booth at Denny's and join the new Denny's Rewards for even more smart savings.
I was in a car accident. 8 years of memory. It's gone.
This fall, Fox's critically acclaimed hit Doc returns.
Every path we choose comes with a price. I need to be the doctor that I was.
Doc returns September 23rd.
For years, everyone thought Verizon had the best network, because they did. But now the best mobile network in the U.S. is T-Mobile. Some fancy experts finished a network test, and T-Mobile sort of opened a can of whoop-up. T-Mobile's network has the most advanced 5G, with more towers, and their signal reaches further than ever. So you can text and Insta-talk and say, you won't believe where I am. Seriously, where am I? Hey, I got signal.
Get up to 40% off back-to-school essentials on Uber Eats. Shop calculators, notebooks, markers, Lunchables, and more. Shop back-to-school essentials and get up to 40% off on Uber Eats. Order now.
Fox Monday, Fox Monday.
I think you mean
James Day, yes, plural. She's hosting a show where you guess a tune that'll make you think.
I can name that tune in one note.
What?
That's how you do it.
And she's hosting a show where a celebrity is the weakest link.
you're terrible people who suck at this game.
It's James Day.
I was in a car accident and lost my memories of the last 8 years of my life.
This fall, Fox's critically acclaimed hit Doc returns.
I need to be the doctor that I was. I'll do whatever it takes.
Follow the journey as Felicity Huffman joins the cast.
Every path we choose comes with a price. What's wrong? I just had a memory.
Doc returns Tuesday, September 23rd on Fox.
The injured player down for Eastern Washington is the starting quarterback, Jared Taylor. Earlier this drive, he took this hit that came up near his head area on a run. Immediately, right there was the hit, immediately gets up, walks off the field to the sideline, holding on to the right side of his head. And since then, they brought a stretcher over, and they've got him over on that Eastern Washington sideline with his teammates all surrounding him on a knee.
Yeah, we did see him moving there on the sideline. You never want to speculate. And, out of an abundance of caution, you see all the players on the field, including Boise State players, trying to respect everybody on a knee. And, yeah, I could see some players going over and shaking hands with him. So that's clearly a positive sign. But, out of an abundance of caution, you see those stretchers and the boards to stabilize him. They just don't want him walking around. So
absolutely. His teammates all surrounding him in support right now. Step aside once more here from Boise State.
The tradition, the rivalries, the pageantry, and the passion. Big Noon Saturday.
Rocco Becht and Iowa State take on Iowa in the Cy-Hawk Series. This Big Noon Saturday is on Fox.
It's Saturday night, game night or date night, where you get all dressed up, go eat something you can't pronounce, then catch a rom-com where, surprise, they make out at the end. Or you could have real fireworks, skip the awkward small talk and yell at the umpire together. Baseball on a Saturday night, it's still technically date night. And plot twist, you get the best seat in the house and no dress code required. If it's Saturday night, it's baseball night in America. Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern on Fox.
Eastern Washington starting quarterback Jared Taylor still down on the ground on that Eastern Washington sideline after earlier this drive took a hit up towards the head area. He kind of knew immediately. He got up, ran over to the sideline. He was replaced by the backup quarterback. We played a couple plays since then, but they brought a stretcher over, and there's been a pause in the game since then, which has lasted about a few minutes now with both teams showing their respects over to Jared Taylor in that Eastern Washington sideline.
Again, of course, we don't want to speculate, but just what we've seen is that he's awake and alert, and that we had teammates going over and shaking hands with him. So hopefully that's a good sign, and we see the Eastern Washington players now getting off their knees and maybe getting ready to get him out.
Take one more break here from Boise State with the injury timeout to Jared Taylor.
Let's go! Let's go! Rhode Island!
Georgia.
Arizona's in the house.
Let's go.
Mashed potatoes. Hot over.
Take your turn.
I'm coming for you.
Excellent. Come on.
Who will rise? Who will fall? On the Battle of the States.
If Jerry knew football the way Tom Brady knows football, he would in no way be able to handle it. Tom Brady knowledge is 10 pounds of football in a 5-pound bag of Jerry.
Come on, Ryan. You got to look off the safety before you. When the safety rotates down, just rip the seam.
Nobody knows football.
Come on, we can do better.
Like Tom Brady.
It's not that hard.
The Astros continue their fight for the AL West crown, while the Rangers battle for a wild card spot. Or Giants, Cardinals. Baseball Night in America, Saturday at 7 Eastern on Fox.
Spectacular Heisman contender Jeremiah Smith.
What a catch!
Leads #1 Ohio State against Grambling State.
Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Saturday at 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific on the Big Ten Network.
I'm a tennis player, but I'm more than just an athlete.
It's a big risk to take, putting your entire career on hold to go through a pregnancy.
I'm going to have to fight really hard.
You just got to keep on going. Do it.
Nothing is ever over and you're never out of the game.
Players and fans here from Albertson Stadium at Boise State have risen to their feet and gave an ovation to Jared Taylor, who was on a stretcher for a long while after taking a hit to the head, the starting quarterback for Eastern Washington, and they've started moving him around a little bit as well. His teammates looking on, giving support and encouraging words to Jared as he's being taken off the field here on the stretcher.
Well, certainly scary to see a player like that, but understand that they needed to stabilize him on the sideline and have him strapped in so his arms aren't moving right now. They have his head strapped, and they had him on that board to stabilize him, and we did see him alert and awake and shaking hands with some of his teammates before they put those straps on. So that's, you don't want to speculate, but at the same time, those are good signs that the medical professionals feel that it's okay for those players to come up and do those things before they strap him to that stretcher.
A graduate student from North Lakewood, Washington, Jared Taylor, the starting quarterback for Eastern Washington, being carted off the field now with 6:06 to go. Boise State up 44-7 on Eastern Washington. Always hard to resume play after moments like that, but it's Eastern Washington offense with a chance to try to score some points. They've got the ball in the red zone on a 1st down and goal. Nate Bell, the backup quarterback, takes the snap, dumps it off. It's Kevin Allen, the running back, and he's dragged down around the 2-yard line by Demetrius Freeney for 12 yards.
It's almost like a speed run pass option. It's kind of a different way of getting the speed option right there, trying to put defenders into conflict. You get that running quarterback that can get to the edge, and defenders converge on him. It just flips that ball outside. Rich Rod used to do that back in the day with Shoelace back at Michigan.
Bell keeps it, runs right up the middle, and he's got a touchdown. 2-yard quarterback keeper for Nate Bell. He's in for Eastern Washington's 2nd touchdown of the night.
You see him get to the left-hand side here, and he has really good body length. He's not the biggest guy in the world, but, goal line running is really about making really quick decisions and about leverage, not just having the right numbers in the right place, but making sure that you run behind your pads. Bell's not a very big guy carrying the ball as a receiver, but a nice job getting it over the end line there.
Soren McKee's point after, drilled straight down the middle. A 5-play, 70-yard drive that took 2 minutes and 10 seconds off the clock for Aaron Best and his team to score their second touchdown of the night. Pull within 44-14 of Boise State. A lot of steps forward taken tonight by the Broncos after Spencer Danielson said it to us multiple times yesterday when we met with him. They felt embarrassed after week one. South Florida beat them 34-7. Felt that the effort wasn't there, that all the things that you can control, they didn't in that opening week. And he said that was going to be the big point of emphasis all week long for his team. And tonight's looked like a different story.
Yeah, it certainly has. And credit to Eastern Washington as well. It's not like these guys have folded. Right. I know that they're probably playing against some of the backup players for Boise State. You know, the reality is that there's going to be a difference in the talent and the size of some of those players. But really credit both of these staffs for getting their players playing with intensity the whole game.
Malik Sherrod with the fair catch and a touchback to start this drive. It's a lot of expectations surrounding this Boise State team coming into the season after a college football playoff appearance last year, back-to-back Mountain West Conference championships. Many thought that they would be the favorite again this year out of the group of 5 to go to the college football playoff. And not that that's over by any means, but after a week 1 loss, it certainly becomes a lot more difficult. End around in the toss. Quentin Brown, the true freshman, is sandwiched down after pickup of a yard.
Yeah, certainly not as much room for error for some of these group of 5 players. But, you know, when you're at Boise State, you've got some of the schedule to do it. You know, you get Air Force, you have to go at Air Force on the 20th, and then October 4th, you get your crack at Notre Dame. So you've got some opportunities on the schedule to kind of regain some momentum.
And a big opportunity on October 4th. Notre Dame game, a top 10 team in the country. Dylan Riley is dragged down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. And Sean Misa, the transfer from Boise State, playing against his former teammates.
Boy, Misa, excellent job running that one down from the backside. And that, take a look at things like that, and you want plays looking the same way, and you want plays off of plays, and that's what really good run games do. Something like that, you want to have a quarterback keeper, an option for the quarterback to keep that one roll out the backside.
Once again, Riley with a seam. He's got the first down. Stiff arms the defender, and he's across midfield. Dylan Riley, one man to beat. Touchdown, Boise State.
Coaching staffs know their players, and they said to us early in the week, Dylan Riley was that home run hitter, a lot of flat backs up front, but watch the acceleration, a little head fake to the inside to get one guy, but then even with people that have an angle, he still has that acceleration, turns it on, gets it in for 6.
Five different runners with a touchdown tonight for Boise State. This one from Dylan Riley.
Watch, you saw that little head fake to the inside, and this is just turning it on, right? Either you have this, you don't coach that right there. You either have that kind of speed, that acceleration, or you don't. And again, with the young players, you've got a sophomore, Moreno Valley, California. With those young players, so often it's making sure that those guys understand protections and that they can protect the most important player on the team, maybe the most important player to a team that you have in any sport. You got to be able to protect that quarterback, and can't protect that quarterback unless you know who to block. So young quarterbacks, young running backs, they want to make sure that they understand protections and that they're able to protect the football, and that physically you can hold up in pass protection and then protecting the football. I think those elements, especially for young backs, because making that transition, and I know he's a sophomore, but it's just different when you start taking more and more hits. Got to protect the football, but you got to be able to protect that quarterback.
Nate Potter, the offensive coordinator, said we got away from what we do, run the football first and foremost. And Robert, they've run it for 319 yards tonight.
And they talked about some of the big ones that they suffered against USF. They've had some of those big runs themselves tonight.
All smiles on that Boise State sideline, putting up 50 plus with just under 4 minutes to play. They felt they had a lot to prove coming into tonight. And again, they'll have to show that against some better opponents once we get to Mountain West play, of course, but they're going to feel really good about tonight with 624 yards of total offense.
Again, out here.
Bell dumps it off, passes complete. Goes for a loss of 1 to the running back, Kevin Allen.
Thought they might have had that deep shot dialed up again. Saw Nate Bell hit it on that last drive. Wesley Garrett, number 13. We've seen him get behind the defense a couple of times. But when you have a young quarterback and you don't know now if he's going to be your full-time starter, and we hope the best for Jared Taylor and his return, but you never know with Nate Bell. So you want to try and get him as many plays as you can, as many live reps, even in cleanup duty like this, just getting the operations for a quarterback. And again, with college football, no preseason, so this is the only opportunity that you have to get those kind of live reps. So you don't want to just go out and take a bunch of shots. You want to get some first downs. You want to get more and more play opportunities. You don't just want to go 3 and out.
Aaron Best takes the timeout for Eastern Washington. He was having a word with one of the officials as well. He's still coaching in a game his team's down 51-14.
Aaron Best, former offensive lineman, built different, man, physically and mentally.
Bell is picked off. Trey Tolmere with the interception for Boise State. Defense coming up big late as well.
Well, this is just going to be a bad throw. You're going to see Wesley Garrett. He's going to curl up right in the middle here, and he just throws it behind him. And you can see Garrett, he's coming back in a different direction. He's also down on a knee, may have lost his balance coming out of his break. It's pretty clear Nate Bell just kind of threw that ball behind him, and a little bit of a gift they gladly receive as a defense. Defenders, they don't care. They don't care if it was thrown right to them or if it was tipped. If it was an unbelievable catch, turnovers are turnovers. They want them any way they can get them.
So the offense takes over. Handoff. This is Seth Knott, his first carry. The celebration for Tolmere, too. His teammates loving up on him after the interception. Love it. I love, too, when it's the starters. That was McCoy. That had his arm around him, was happy for him.
The football is just different, man. You know, it's definitely a family in the locker room, and starters. You know, you're working so hard, and a lot of those backup players are playing scout all week, and you know they certainly don't get the accolades or number of reps that those starters are going to get. But you know, you're literally shedding sweat, blood, tears together in that locker room. Family environment.
All Boise State tonight. Smiles on that sideline and all-around performance of 51-14 with 2 minutes to go.
Let's go, baby! It's exciting to be here. The crowd, the atmosphere, this is what makes it special. The student body are out of their minds. You want a piece of us? This is what we do. Here we go. Touchdown! Yeah! Wow! Sensational.
Big noon kickoff, Saturdays on Fox.
I think I like sports now.
No way. The gecko was just spotted down the street.
I've always wanted to meet him. Ever since Geico's 24/7 emergency roadside service got us out of a jam.
Sounds like you got more than just savings, my dudes.
So do we know you?
Oh, I'm just a stranger who loves friendly service and American football.
Okay. Something to drink?
Oh, yes, spot of tea be lovely. And a root beer with lots of ice.
You know, you kind of look like someone.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
My cousin Daryl.
Oh, he does look like Daryl.
This is Judy and Pedro. They just bought their first home and are learning a lot. Thanks to Google, Pedro knows more than he wanted to about gravel. Oh. And Judy wouldn't call herself a plumber, but she dabbles.
Wait, how do these things work together? Honey, I did it!
So far, if they've learned one thing about home ownership, is that there's a lot to learn. Good thing you can just ask Google.
With the Mountain West app, it's your game, your way. Designed for superfans like you, so that you'll never miss a play. We've got you covered with free access to thousands of Mountain West games, from your phone to the big screen. Stream live games, watch highlights, and unlock exclusive content anytime. Download the app today.
It's Fox College Football Friday.
So here we go.
Avery Johnson and K-State.
Are you serious?
Take on Arizona.
Touchdown!
All eyes are on Friday night on Fox.
Quite the contrast to week one tonight for this Boise State team who's up 51-14. This is the kind of numbers they're used to around here, Robert. 325 yards on the ground and 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, but the expectations aren't about just winning your next game or recovering. You get a false start here. It's like the right side of someone on the right side of the offensive line jump. That'll back them up 5 yards. But it's not just about winning games here.
False start. Offense, number 68. 5-yard penalty. Remains third down.
And we both saw this, Noah, when we were going through the facility yesterday. We saw inside of that meeting room, like it said, you know, our expectation is to win the Mountain West and get to a bowl game, and they have bowl games scratched out. That says playoff now, so they know what they want. They're happy about bouncing back, and it's certainly no disrespect against Eastern Washington, but this isn't how this Boise State team is going to be defined.
Right.
The standard that they're going to be held to is what it looks like at the end of the year. Are you in the playoff or aren't you?
It was crossed out in their meeting room, and CFP was written in spray paint on the wall. The goal is to win the Mountain West and get to a college football playoff game from now on. That is the expectation year in and year out here in Boise.
You think it was really spray paint? Or
It looked like it, didn't it? It looked like it. I'm going with spray paint. Seth Knott again, this time on 4th down. He got close to it, but it looks like he's about a yard shy.
It was going to be a little short. Of course, you're not going to kick the field goal. Try and pile on points.
The nearly 640 yards of total offense tonight for Boise State, the most since September of 2018 when they had 818 yards against UConn. We'll take a look at the schedule coming up. You got Air Force, Appalachian State, and then the big one, October 4th at Notre Dame. I want to talk about an opportunity for a massive win. Boise State's going to have that.
Of course, the Golden Domers drop one to Miami.
Bell on a quick pass to that far sideline. It's a first down for Eastern Washington.
We don't call it Catholics versus convicts anymore. That was before you were born, though. You don't even remember that. Youngster.
Bell again, and he throws it behind his target this time. It was Wesley Garrett that he was looking for. Second and long. Bell swings it out. What a hit. Kevin Allen got demolished by Demetrius Freeney.
You know, Kevin Allen's going to say, you know what, I think I withstood that punishment pretty well. It was a pop. Not like he depleted him. He stopped him. It depends on whose opinion you want to take. You know, those defenders like to talk a little bit of smack. And then in the running back room, you know, you're going to have Yats and Bats, and Medina. Saying, Allen, all right, you got pop.
Bell to the sideline, and it was incomplete. Freeney had the coverage again this time.
You got pop, but you stayed upright for the most part. He tackled you, but you got right back up.
Well, convincing from start to finish tonight for Maddox Madsen and Boise State. A touchdown just a little over a minute into the game, and they never looked back on their way to a 51-14 win. Another Eastern Washington punt. Malik Sherrod lets it fly out of bounds. And we'll see the Boise State offense on the field in victory formation for one more snap.
Same way they ended the first half. Didn't use that last 12 seconds on the clock, and now just take a knee.
Good spot to be in if you're Spencer Danielson and company. Week one did not go their way, lost by 27 to South Florida, but home opener tonight very much went in their favor. 51-14 to get into the win column for the first.
Google me,